Carolina Bull Live operating like no other. Now check me out here. The fight was last night. It was a great fight. It was a wonderful fight. It was pound for pound. I mean, the guys was going at it. The guys was going in. A lot of people was in the favor of Lomachenko. Um, they said Lomachenko won. The people said, but man, I went back and I reviewed the fight step by step, and this the only way you're gonna get the know who won. You're gonna have to go back and review that fight step by step, and during the moment, and then doing the boxing with all everything going on with the parties and all the festivities, you would think that Devin Haney lost the fight. There's no way around it. Devin Haney won this fight hands down. I went and reviewed it. I went back and looked at it, not just as a fight, as a judge, pound for pound, hitting hard, going in detail, seeing who was doing what and who was landing there. Devin Haney clearly beat Lomachenko. Like Devin expressed, he wasn't trying to win one round, he was trying to win all 4 rounds. They clearly have a mathematical system, him and his father, versus Lomachenko, him and his father. Devin Haney them clearly has a system. They knew when Loma was on to him, and they knew what they was doing every round completely. It's so amazing to watch, but you had to go back and watch. I give it up for fighters like Devin Haney, and Lomachenko that can go pound for pound in the ring and set a performance of full boxing standards, and that's what it is, man. This fight was clear cut, if you thought the 10th and the 11th round, was in Loma favor, you clearly didn't watch it too good. The 10th round, Loma did take it, but Devin told him some get back shots up in there. Now, but Loma took the 10th round clearly, just like Devin Haney took 1 through 4 clearly. And they gave Loma at one point, they was tied up, and they gave Loma, this and this. And when Devin Haney daddy told them that we're winning the fight in the 9th or 10th round, that we're winning the fight, he was clearly winning the fight. Devin did a few behind the heads. Loma even did a few behind the heads. They both was fighting their butts off, but Devin became victorious. And if you didn't watch the fight, if you listen to what the people say from the 9th to the 10th round, they maybe gave it to Loma. If you just go off that, you would think Loma won the fight. If you listen to what the crowd say, the crowd was in favor for Loma because, a lot of people's not like in Devin corner. He have to keep proving himself, keep earning his, but the crowd was really like for Loma. Anything Loma did, the crowd cheer. Anything Devin did, the crowd did not cheer. Devin was putting it on this man, and the crowd did not cheer. They just want, if Devin beat, they want Devin just to straight demolish this man. And clear cut, decisive, no hooray, go Devin, none of that. That was all for Loma. And that's what happened. In the 9th and the 10th round, they saluted him and cheered him on. And, Devin clearly was boxing, had a formative plan, and he was boxing his butt off. And I got to give it up for Devin. I really do. I have to give it up for Devin. He really did his job. He did what he's supposed to do. He came through swinging the axe. He worked at Loma's body. He beat Loma's body into a Bolivia. I went and watched all the highlights, the slow-mos and everything. He beat Lomachenko. Vasiliy body down. Um, Lomachenko had a lot of good combination shots in there, because I fell asleep on the fight. So I thought, you know, woke up, listened to the people. I thought, and just the way Devin looked, during the interview, looks can be deceiving. You have to go back and watch the fight. So when I seen the highlights, I'm thinking like they was all like towards Lomachenko, and I'm just watching these little 2-minute highlights, and they're just showing like the 10th and the 9th round of Lomachenko beaten. So I really thought Lomachenko had beat it, Devin, and the crowd was so into it. So I really was in favor of Lomachenko, but to come to find out, that wasn't the dealing point. That wasn't the point at all. The point was that Devin Haney beat this man, and he beat this man good, and it was clear. He boxed this man. He didn't just go in there and destroy Lomachenko. He boxed this man with a strategy at all points, and that's what it was. And his daddy coached him all the way to the 12th round. His dad is his coach. You know what I'm saying? His dad is his corner. His daddy coached him all the way to the last round. I mean, gave him formative instructions all the way to the last round, and that's what it was. He was clearly beating this man to a Bolivia, he beat Lomachenko. And I know Lomachenko wanted to have the dream to win all belts at his age, but Devin beat Lomachenko. He didn't brutalize him, he didn't demolish him, he didn't destroy him, but he beat him at a boxing strategy to get the W. He got the win. And like Devin said, it's all about what the judges say. Nobody know how these judges operate, but I went back as a judge. I looked at the round for round, highlight for highlight, and clearly Devin beat Lomachenko, had more punches than him, had more versatility than him. He worked on his body, he worked on his head, he worked on his jab. I mean, Devin just showed more versatility, more round overall, more skilled boxer. Loma did what he had to do. He didn't work on Devin body too much. Loma mostly headshots, and but Devin clearly showed you that he could fight either way, and he switched it up on Loma, and he beat Loma at Loma's body, and it was a clear, decisive cut win. I give props to Loma for getting in there with Devin and being able to go all 12 rounds. I'm pretty sure if Devin could have got a knockout, he would have went for it. Or if Loma could have got a knockout, he would have went for it. But this wasn't the case. You knew that no one was going to be knocked out here. You knew that someone was going to have to box, and you were going to have to put it all on the line. Devin was getting a little fatigued at the last 2 rounds, and Loma was able to put that Lomachenko on him. But Vasiliy, Devin clearly beat him, and there's no way around it. You could go back and look at the fight. I went back and studied the fight just to make sure before I did this interview, because when I woke, I clearly, going off the highlights that I seen, you would clearly think Lomachenko won the fight. But just going back, watching the fight pound for pound, inch by inch, hit by hit, not just looking at the fight, but being a judge, watching and getting, counting, and just trying to sort the fight. Devin clearly won. And I had someone else watch the fight, and at first we thought Devin lost. And we clearly went back and looked and seen why he won and why he's a clear-cut champion. Devin Haney is a clear-cut champion. He has a boxing strategy like no other. Now I see why the guys are scared to fight him. Shakur speaks of Devin a lot. He claimed he got the best of Devin at all time when he was 16, but Devin's a clear-cut winner. And I see what's going on here, and I just got to give it up for my man. I can't take nothing away from him. I wouldn't even want to take nothing away from him. Make sure y'all like and hit that bell. Make sure y'all subscribe. And just seeing everything that I seen, Devin is a people's champion. People don't like to give it up for him, but he clearly won, and that's what the judges showed tonight. Make sure y'all support my channel at Carolina Bull. Cash out me if you want to support in that way, but support with a like, support by subscribing, support by turning on your notifications if you already subscribed, and monetarily support me also. And I greatly, vastly appreciate it. But I'm bringing y'all this, letting y'all know, yeah, I had the fight in ready to go in stream, and Devin did what he had to do, so basically I might show a clip. Yeah, I could say for sure Devin beat this man, but in all actuality, what it boils down to is Devin won. Lomachenko couldn't do nothing, and it was what it was. I'm gonna show it like this because I can't play these people fight and get a copyright. If you was looking at that 9th and 10th round, look at Devin. Look at Lomachenko with his hands up. Devin about to wind up on his body. But yeah, Lomachenko did his thing, man. I take nothing away for Lomachenko. I actually take my hat off to him. But those guys wore each other down at the last moments, and it was what it was. They go to scorecard right there. Now on this scorecard, it got Lomachenko winning. But by the time they tally it up and all that, Devin won clearly at 116. Wow, this is something. I didn't even see this scorecard. Wow. Yeah, so they got Lomachenko winning, but Devin beat this guy. I seen it for my own eyes. I watched it. He beat him. Devin beat this guy. It's crazy, but scorecards say what the scorecards say, and at the end of the day, you have to clearly beat a heavyweight champion or any whatever lightweight champion in the division. If they're undisputed, you just can't beat them closely and think that they're going to give the fight to you. They're going to always give the fight to the one who's the champion. Devin Haney is a clean-cut champion, and you have to clearly beat him in order to beat him. Lomachenko did not do that tonight. He did not prove that tonight, and I don't think he should rematch him to this age. I think Devin Haney should fight one of the guys who either Shakur or Gervonta Davis, who's uh has mandatory to fight, and Gervonta Davis has a mandatory to fight, and Shakur has a mandatory to fight, and I think he should either choose between either one of them, or he should fight Shakur and fight Gervonta Davis at the top of the year. That would make sense. Go on and let him fight Shakur, get that out the way, and then fight Gervonta Davis at the top of the year. That'll be great. Win, lose, or draw. Devin Haney needs to fight Gervonta Davis. It just ain't no way around it. If you're thinking is any way around that Devin Haney shouldn't fight, no. Gervonta Davis gotta start running. You can't run in fear of Devin Haney. Devin Haney has proved himself as a clear-cut champion, has boxing strategy for everybody that's out there. He trains the hardest, and he's elite, very elite fighter, and very aggressive. And so, and he's just as famous as those guys, and even especially now, whoever fight Devin Haney, and I'm pretty sure he's going to train his butt off again. Whoever gets his next fight probably want to be word, probably should be word, because I'm pretty sure he's going to put on a better stellar performance. And even though his performance was good last night and he beat those rounds clearly, Lomachenko got in some great rounds. I mean, Lomachenko would have almost made you thought that he won the fight. But looking back at the fight, detail by detail, not just looking at the fight as a fight, but really looking at the fight in details, Devin Haney really clearly showed why he's the champion and why he beat Lomachenko last night. Pound for pound, he worked on Lomachenko body. Lomachenko couldn't stop it, and that's what it was. And I'm happy to report this to you. I'm happy to announce this to you. It's the Carolina Bull operating like no other. You have a good day, and let the champ show you the way.